Hey guys, Liz with the Busy Bee here, back with a new crochet tutorial. Here's another great pattern. This one is so much fun and I'm excited to share this with you. This guy is one of my favorite plushies that I do, and I love the mushroom theme. Today I'll be working up his overalls here. I just think they're so cute and the most exciting part. As always, you can find the full written pattern for the entire plushie in the link below. So let's get started. The materials you'll be needing today are your scissors, stitch marker, yarn needle, crochet hook, here we'll be using a size 8mm or L11, and your yarn. We have teal for the overalls, white for the mushroom stem, and then red for the mushroom cap. So let's get going. Okay, so we're going to begin by making the legs of his overalls. To start, we're going to make a slip knot, so take our teal yarn and wrap it around our two fingers going away from us. And then through this loop, we're going to pull up some yarn, and then pull tight on the ends. Now we can adjust the slip knot onto our crochet hook. Now chain 20. Now we will insert our hook into the first chain we had made. So it's going to be this chain right here. So insert our hook into that first chain, just like this. Now we're going to make a single crochet. We're going to yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through the two loops on the hook. Now we will make one single crochet in each of the remaining 19 chains. Now moving on to the next round, we're going to go ahead and single crochet once in each of the next 20 stitches, just as we had done before. Now we can chain 1 and then fasten off this first leg. We will then repeat this process for the second leg, making sure not to fasten off the second leg. So I'm going to go ahead and make that second leg using the same process that we did for this one, and then I'll meet you back when I'm finishing up that last round. Okay, so here I am. I have that second leg almost finished. I'm going to go ahead and complete these last few stitches. And here it is. Now we can chain 1, but not fast enough. We're going to leave it on the hook and then bring in that first leg. We're going to be inserting our hook into that stitch right next to the chain 1. So it's going to be this stitch here. We're going to go ahead and insert our hook and then make a single crochet. Just like this. Now we're going to single crochet for the remaining 19 stitches of the first leg, for a total of 20 stitches. Now we will make 1 single crochet into this chain 1 as well. Now we're going to single crochet once into the next 20 stitches of the second leg. Now we will single crochet once into this chain 1 as well. Now we can insert our stitch marker and we should have 42 single crochet total. For rounds 2 through 5, we're going to be single crocheting once in each of the next 42 stitches. Since the remaining rounds are just going to be a repeating pattern of single crochets, I will go ahead and complete those rounds off camera and then come back when I'm finishing up round 5. Okay, so I just completed round 5, and this is what we should look like so far. For round 6, we're going to start by decreasing using the first 2 stitches. So insert your hook into that first stitch, pull up a loop, insert your hook into that second stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops in the hook. Now we're going to make 1 single crochet in each of the next 5 stitches. Now we're just going to repeat this pattern of decreasing and then single crocheting 5 for the remaining 35 stitches. Okay, at the end of this round we should have 36 single crochet total. For rounds 7 through 8, we're going to be single crocheting once in each of the next 36 stitches. Since we're just going to be single crocheting for the remaining rounds, I'm going to go ahead and finish up round 8 and then meet you back here. Okay, so I just finished up round 8. This is what it should look like so far. For round 9, we're going to single crochet once into the next 6 stitches. We can go ahead and take out that stitch marker, and then we're going to go ahead and chain 1 and turn. For rows 10 through 14, we're going to be single crocheting once in each of the next 8 stitches, and then chain 1 and then turn. Okay, since this is going to be a repeating pattern of rows, I'm going to go ahead and skip to round 14 and then meet you back here. Okay, so here I am, I finished row 14. This is what the overall should look like. Now the next step is going to be going ahead and put them on our bunny. Now we'll be working on the strap of the overalls. So we begin by chain 16. Okay, now we're going to bring this chain to the back of the bunny, just like this. And I like to make my straps crisscross, so I'm going to go ahead and insert my hook into a stitch on this side of the bunny. And now we're just going to slip stitch this onto the overalls. So we're going to yarn over and pull through all loops in the hook. Now we can fasten off this first strap. Now that the first strap is complete, we'll be moving on to making the second one. To begin the second strap, we're going to go ahead and make a slip knot. Now we're going to be working in this corner of the overalls and insert our slip knot. Now once more we will chain 16. Now we bring this strap to the back of the bunny as well. And just as we done before, we're just going to slip stitch this to the back of the overalls. I just like to make these straps about 4 to 5 stitches apart. Now we can fasten off this strap as well. To finish up the main part of the overalls, the last step is going to be to go ahead and hide the remaining tails. So I'm going to go ahead and hide the tails off camera, and then I'll come back when those are all complete. Okay, so here I went ahead and hid all his tails. This is what it should look like so far. Last step here is just to sew this hole closed. So we're going to go ahead and make a few stitches to secure the hole closed. Once this is done, we can go ahead and hide those tails. Now the last step of these overalls is just to complete that mushroom detailing. So here we're going to begin with the cap of the mushroom. Here I have my red yarn. Now we're just going to sew 4 lines onto the center of the top portion of the overalls, each line getting smaller as you go up. Once the cap is done, we can go ahead and cut that yarn, leaving a long tail. Now I'll be moving on to sewing the stem of the mushroom. So here I have that white yarn. Now we're just going to sew 3 long lines right below the cap of the mushroom. Now once we're done with that stem, we can go ahead and cut that white yarn, leaving a bit of a tail there as well. Last step here is just to hide those tails, which I'll go ahead and do so by securing them with knots. And here we have our mushroom bunny. I hope you enjoyed this pattern as much as I did. Have fun customizing them and working them up in all different ways. Be sure to find and tag me. I love to see your finished projects. And if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on all the fun projects coming your way. And don't forget you can find the link to the pattern for the full mushroom bunny down below. Alright guys, until next time, bye!